So to be honest, the title for this video probably could have come up with something a little catchier, but I just wanted to get to the bottom line. This isn't going to be like any of my other videos. It's not going to be any fancy drone flying, any beautiful scenery. It's just going to be me. And I'm going to be real with you. And if you're contemplating starting a drone business or any kind of business, then you're really going to want to watch this all the way to the end. And you'll understand why. Well, first off, who am I to tell you how to run your drone business or whatever business you're running? Actually, I'm not. Nobody's in a position to tell you how to run your business. It's your business. That's why you do it. It's your business. But as you can see, I'm in kind of an odd background. Got a green screen behind me. I've got screen printing equipment behind me. So what does this all have to do with operating a drone business? Well, we'll get to that. And I'll explain that here in a little bit. But first, everybody who's on this channel, or in fact, if you're first time here, make sure you hit that bell notification, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Because just because I talk about drones, or there's a lot more behind it. There's a lot of other places that if you're running any kind of business or wanting to start a business, all the basics are the same. Everything is exactly the same when it comes to a business. So, do I have the right to tell you how to run your business? No, I don't. But maybe you should hear me out first. And then you decide. So, I am at a point in my life right now. And actually I've been here for, I'd say at least the last 7 to 10 years. I don't have to work anymore. I really don't. I could just sit at home, do nothing, twiddle my thumbs, watch YouTube videos all day, travel once a month, every other month, and not worry about one bill. That's where I'm at in life now. How did I get here? Well, to be honest, I dropped out of high school. Didn't even finish 10th grade. Dropped out. Dropped out at 16 years old. By the time I was 20, I was manager of a rather large truck stop for a major chain of truck stops. At 20 years old, I was responsible for several $1 million of inventory and close to 150 employees. How'd I get there? I'm a workaholic. No meetings for me. I just work a lot, and I can't quit. After that, I had a successful military career. After that, I became a plumbing contractor, an HVAC contractor. I ran a very successful plumbing and HVAC company, which I sold. And then I opened up a dive shop. Only reason I opened up the dive shop was because I had been doing underwater photography and videography for years on the side, and decided I had a passion and wanted to teach people how to scuba dive. So even though I had a lot of competition, I opened up a dive center, and eventually I sold it. It was at that point I had paid off my house. I had paid off all the vehicles I had at the time, and I could have done nothing from there on out. Just traveled and had fun. But I get bored. So it was about 7 years ago, we started getting back into a little bit of videography. And that's when the drones came into play. As drones were starting to develop and come into the market, that's when I got into some of the drones. We started adding them to our video production, even though originally we started with remote control helicopters with kind of knockoff GoPro Hero, the original Heroes. That's what we had on the bottom of these helicopters. And they were a nightmare to fly. But we don't want to get off topic. We're here to talk about business. So from there, started a production company, and I really didn't want to work. But then I found myself volunteering for a lot of different organizations because I was bored. Back and forth to Alaska, going up, staying at the house up there and fishing. It still wasn't fulfilling to me because I'm someone that has worked from 6 o'clock in the morning till midnight, gone to bed, got up, done it the next day. I always lived by the philosophy that work starts at 7, so you're up at 6, work starts at 7, and work ends at 7 o'clock at night. Sometimes you get off early, sometimes you don't, sometimes you go in early, sometimes you don't. If I didn't need sleep, I'd work 24 hours a day. That's just me, and I'd work 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's who I am. That's why I'm where I am today. So we got into the videography again. Started a little production company just for some fun. I had never been very deep into editing and color grading, but I wanted to do more, wanted to learn more. I needed to learn. That's where this came into play. Needed something else to do. Originally had another little press that just sat in the back room of the house, and I'd make t-shirts for fun for friends. Just wanted to learn something else. Then I decided to separate flying drones from our video production company. Didn't really make the jump until after I had my heart attack. 2018 in April, I had a massive heart attack and I should have died. That's when I launched a YouTube vlog, which I may bring back, I may not bring back. I'll put a link to it in the description. You can go check it out if you want. It was just my way of telling my story so future generations of my family could hear it from me and not what somebody says about me. So the production company started turning more into a business. I enjoy it. I love doing the work. Then I started getting more and more calls for drone work. We started doing that. That was building. I never wanted either of them to build to where I was bringing in income. That was never the goal behind either one of them for me. Then this year the coronavirus hit. We had several movies lined up to film. They all got shut down. I had several drone jobs that I was supposed to be doing, got canceled. And it left me with, I can't travel, I can't fly up to Alaska, I can't go anywhere. Now, once again, I'm sitting at home watching YouTube videos, twiddling my thumbs. I got so depressed that I didn't even want to do vlogs. I didn't want to make any videos. But then a good friend of mine said, hey, bring the screen equipment down to the studio and let's just make a few shirts. Why not? The issue behind that is we set up in a Connex that we have outside, and it was just supposed to be some shirts here and there, primarily for ourselves. But I put my marketing and business strategies that I've always used behind our social media, and when I would talk to people about what we were doing. And again, it blew up out of proportion. I have been 12 plus hours a day for the last 2 weeks printing, and when I'm not printing, I've been on 2 different film projects, flying drones, and I've been on a couple other projects with the drones and the video cameras. The screen printing was not what I wanted it to become, but because of how I market stuff and how I talk to people, that's what caused it to grow so rapidly without us even trying. Do I have a right to tell you how to run your business? Again, no. But I have a proven successful track record that allowed me to retire before the age of 40. Now, some people will give you some of their secrets and they'll want to charge you $1,000. I'm at that crossroad right now, and that's why we're here today, and that's why I told you, you need to watch this entire video. I'm at that crossroad. I could easily sit down and start doing some videos like this and charge $1,000. I am getting phone calls and emails almost daily from you guys wanting to know, how do I start my drone business? I want to charge, but I don't want to charge. I want to share, but I don't want to share. I'm in a dilemma. And I've had to spend some time thinking about this. And what I've decided is I'm going to share. And I'm going to charge. But not the type of charging that all these other young, successful guys are out charging. You might have a 22-year-old that's made $1 million. I'm not after the $1 million. I'm after to live comfortably. That was my goal from the very beginning. So if you want to know how I'm going to share it and what I'm going to charge, again, you got to wait till the end of the video. Now you can fast forward, jump to the end. You have that option. But you're going to miss some other key information that's going to be in this video. So that's my background. But my background doesn't stop there. I've gone through community colleges. I've gone through Central Texas College. I did a lot of my schooling. I did finish and get my GED, and I did go to college. And all my college education was surrounded around business management, business marketing, sales, accounting, but I have no degrees. Now you might be asking yourself, how do you go to college and not get a degree? I have never been in a position to where I need that college degree, a bachelor's, a master's, a PhD to get a job. I've always worked for myself, so I've always worked for myself since I left the military. I've never needed that piece of paper to get employment. But what I needed was the knowledge. Now, if I would take the time today and go back to college and finish all the core classes, I didn't do the English, I didn't do the math, I didn't do the science. All the core classes you need for that degree, I never did. I didn't need the degree, I needed the knowledge. That's what I went after. Secret number 1. Sign up at your community college. Take some classes. Don't worry about the bachelor's degree. Worry about the classes that are going to teach you what you need to know. That's the most important. If you're going to do anything with a college, go take the core, not the core classes, but go take the actual class. the computer, the business management, graphic designs, editing. Go take what you need. Treat it like a trade school. This is what I need to learn. So if I was to go finish, I'd probably have a master's in business management and a bachelor's in, no, let's redo this. I would have a master's in business management. I would have a PhD in business marketing and probably a bachelor's in accounting. Then I don't need that. This is the first time I've ever had notes. All businesses, whether you're going to sell lemonade laced with vodka in front of the police station downtown, you're going to start a drone business, you're going to start a screen printing business. The basic business skills are all the same for all of them. They're all the same. That's where a lot of people get confused. Once you master this, you can start any business. Marketing is the same. How you sell is the same. It doesn't matter what business you're starting. So, to bring you up to speed, and so this doesn't become a 45-minute video, here's how I'm going to share this. I've had a Patreon account through my vlog that I've never used. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to be setting that up. And when I set that up, I'm going to have different levels of membership. May set one up, I don't know yet, I haven't decided. I may have a $2 level, a $5 level, a $10 level, a $25, who knows? I haven't really put a lot of thought into that yet. But instead of charging for a video series of how to start your business and charging thousands of dollars for you to download something, and maybe there's 90% of it you already know, and it's a waste of your time and money, instead of charging for consultations. I mean, realistically, the emails and that I've been getting, I should be charging $250 to $500 an hour for consultation fees. When you want to suck this brain dry and all the information out of it, this is years of knowledge, this is years of trial and error, this is years of failure and success. It didn't come free to me, and I can't give it all away for free. But I also want to make it to where someone who wants to start and doesn't have a lot can still gain that knowledge. And that's my goal behind this. So I'm going to be setting up this Patreon account, and you'll have the opportunities. You can ask me questions in there. You can watch videos. I'm going to upload videos and I'm going to talk about certain things. Oh, excuse me. I'm already working on a business startup checklist. I've got a business plan which I'm cleaning up so I can share that with you, because you have to have a business plan. You have to have a startup checklist. How do you do marketing? Do you really know? Is it just getting on social media, making a post, getting on Twitter? You know, you can have thousands of followers, tens of thousands of followers. But if they're not buying your product, it's not working. So I'm gonna have a link below to the Patreon account. I hope to see you there. And until next time, keep flying safe.